How's it going, everyone? As we are in a bit of a quieter period of PlayStation 4 and 5 game releases after the release of Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, a bit of a reprieve before Final Fantasy 16. Still some interesting games that are out today and in the very near future that I do want to highlight in this video, so let's just get into it. Let's go over some of these games, and let's start things off with one game that isn't getting a lot of attention, but I think would be right up a lot of your guys' alley, and that is Dordogne. This is coming from Focus Entertainment. Immerse yourself in a unique narrative experience and explore the 1,000 summer colors of Dordogne as you revisit your childhood to uncover lost family secrets in this touching, formative journey. Obviously, from a visual standpoint, it is going to be something that immediately attracts a lot of people. Explore the stunning landscapes of Dordogne and hand-painted watercolors. Embark on a unique and heartwarming narrative experience. Awaken your senses as you explore childhood memories and collect photos, sounds, and scents to create your journal unique to your adventure. Explore Dordogne landscapes of 1,000 summer colors within hand-painted watercolor environments during your adventure. Recall the moments, the panoramas, the scents, the sounds, and the sensations. Recount these vivid memories in your journal as a recollection of Mimi's family's past, and that's unique to your experience, and a nostalgic, touching reflection of your journey. Dordogne officially releases today, and definitely a game I think a lot of you guys should add to the wish list. Next up, we have a brand new horror title in the Greyhill Incident. This story-driven survival horror game is about a classic alien invasion which takes place during the early 90s as Ryan Baker, equipped with a baseball bat and a few bullets in his revolver. The story takes you across the atmospheric neighborhood of Greyhill, which is invaded by UFOs and gray aliens. It's the early 90s in the US. The media talks about weather balloons and conspiracy theories, but the residents of the small neighborhood soon realize the government is lying. The recent increase in paranormal activities over the last few days have convinced the scared and now paranoid residents of Greyhill that the government are somehow involved. They trust no one. The small neighborhood of Greyhill are afraid to speak up, and fearing being sent to the psychiatric ward, they avoid calling the police. Alone, they prepare by boarding up their windows and founding a neighborhood watch. Get across the neighborhood as an average guy, investigate and uncover the truth, and be aware of the small green men. Greyhill Incident is out today. Next up, we have Danmaku Unlimited 3. Take to the skies once again as the latest defender of humanity against overwhelming odds. Lovingly built to be enjoyed by newcomers and genre veterans alike, Danmaku Unlimited 3 is a perfect medley of the best aspects of classic bullet hell shooters wrapped up in a modern and approachable package. Dropped on PC back in 2017 and saw very positive reception there. Now it comes to PlayStation 5 today. Next up, we have Steel Assault, a throwback 2D action platformer. Punch, whip, and zipline your way through a post-apocalyptic America in the 16-bit retro-style action platformer. Play as Taro Takahashi, a resistance soldier on a revenge mission against the dictator who lords over the ashes. Again, very much a throwback SNES-style action platformer. Fast-paced 2D platforming, dynamic, fluid side-scrolling combat with a stylish moveset and tons of enemies and bosses to fight. Unique zipline action, a new twist on classic grappling hook mechanics, opening up fun movement possibilities. 16-bit post-apocalyptic style, a beautifully fleshed out sci-fi world rendered in detailed pixel art and backed by fiery FM synthesized tunes. Classic gaming experience, beautifully handcrafted stage-based action with optimal screen resolution for CRT gaming and gratifying arcade challenge. Enjoy a quick playthrough on an easier mode or put your skills and resilience to the test with 1 credit clear arcade modes. Steel Assault is due out on PlayStation 5 on June 15th. Next up, we have a major release for horror fans, and that is the upgraded release of Layers of Fear. This is done by Bloober Team, and it will be running on Unreal Engine 5. All stories must come to an end, even twisted and eerie ones. The canvas, the stage, the novel. This narrative-focused psychological horror experience is ready for its final brushstroke, its current call, its final chapter. Are you ready to return and face your fears one last time? The series, which has left its mark on narrative-driven first-person psychological horror games, returns to tell its final spine-chilling story in Layers of Fear. The series' crowning work is the definitive way to experience the critically acclaimed franchise, as it features Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear 2, as well as all DLC content, including the new Final Note DLC that'll give you a new perspective on the Layers of Fear storyline and the never-before-told story of the writer, which will tie everything together. Built on Unreal Engine 5, Layers of Fear supports ray tracing, HDR, and 4K resolution to make the stunning visuals and your nightmarish experience as immersive and realistic as possible. Explore a Victorian-covered mansion and artwork as the painter whose sanity crumbles and cracks just like oil paint on canvas. Trawl through an ever-changing house to find the supplies needed for your greatest masterpiece, all while trying to outrun your past. Then you've got DLC, you've got the Final Note DLC, you've got the DLC of Face Your Past, and then you have Layers of Fear 2, Hit Your Marks, and a lot of content, all things considered, in this package. Game notes explore unsettling environments and solve strange puzzles to unveil the narrative at the heart of this first-person psychological horror experience. 3 different stories of craft-obsessed protagonists, the painter, the actor, and the writer, which are interwoven to create a truly immersive experience and gripping storylines. Everything in Layers of Fear series, including all of the DLC, so you can find the answers you want, and brand new core mechanics that will be introduced to Layers of Fear and its sequel, as well as additional features, so all the chapters and stories will blend seamlessly and rebuild from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5. Layers of Fear supports ray tracing, HDR, and 4K resolution to make the visuals as realistic as possible, and the new Lumen system offers the most immersive and visceral horror experience yet. A hauntingly beautiful soundtrack by the highly acclaimed and award-winning composer Eric Rockay. He has composed a hypnotic score that adds an extra layer of tension to the game and will leave you on the edge of your seat. Layers of Fear, this upgraded release, drops on June 15th. Next up, another incredibly artistic game, we have Fall of Porcupine. Fall of Porcupine is a unique story adventure, the collision of work and daily life, an exciting reflection of an unhealthy healthcare system. Experience the exciting story of Finley and his friends in a lovingly illustrated world and uncover the darkest secrets of Porcupine and its residents. Explore a beautiful, diverse world. Not only is there a lot to discover in the old hospital, but also in the small town of Porcupine itself. Take the time to meet the villagers and have a beer with them in the local pub, or take a trip to the nearby forest where mysterious castle ruins are hidden. The blunt head doctor, the selfless nurse, Finley's smart friends, and many other residents populate the small town of Porcupine. Engage in funny, profound, and sometimes serious dialogues in which you'll be able to choose your answers and influence your relationships and demonstrate your skills and empathy. You don't have time to look at the clock because your patients are waiting. Investigate what's wrong with them through your conversation and treat them in different minigames that challenge you in logic, speed, and skill, and most importantly, withstand the stress when the strict head doctor questions your knowledge yet again. A pretty interesting game from a visual and presentation standpoint, unique thematics as well. Fall of Porcupine hits PS5 on June 15th. Next up, we have a VR title in Pixel Rip 1978, the latest game in the Pixel Rip series. Travel back to Pixel Rip to creator Bugs Pass at Atari and team up with Dot on another adventure to defeat the evil Cyblin Lord. Game within a game madness, travel through the gaming world to save it or fix the game and crack the codes from your office desk. Planes and dimensions are your playground in this wacky space-time adventure. Good old nostalgia, wackiness, new story, new challenges, new folks and foes. Back to the past from the future, taking the past to understand the future with dozens of multi-layered Atari Easter eggs and nods to the way back era that started it all, where no one has gone before, and pure authenticity as well. Pixel Rip 1978 drops on June 15th. Next up, we have a brand new horror title in Stay Out of the House. Can you escape the home of a cannibal serial killer? It's only a matter of time until your dinner. The game dropped in 2022 on PC, saw a very positive reception with 651 reviews on Steam, 94% of those reviews being positive. A throwback horror title, Stay Out of the House is a realistic serial killer victim sim. You've been kidnapped and held captive in a cannibal butcher's house, and it's only a matter of time until your dinner. Escape however you can. The house is a living sandbox with multiple possibilities. Will you rescue the other victims or just save yourself throughout the game? The game was released at a $14.99 price point on PC, would imagine a similar price point on PlayStation 5 as well. Stay Out of the House drops on June 16th. Next up, we have Crime Boss Rockay City, which dropped on Epic Game Store earlier in the year, and now finally hits PlayStation 5. Rockay City, a thriving metropolis with excitement buzzing from Sandy Bay to the towering skyscrapers, but beyond the glamour, there is a fierce turf war raging on after the demise of the previous crime boss. There's an open vacancy for a new king of Rockay City, but it isn't just you who is fighting for the throne. Choose your crew based on their skills and expertise and execute daring missions with the hopes of walking away with the cash, the turf, and ultimately the crown as well. Crime Boss Rockay City drops on June 15th. And lastly, we have Park Beyond. Park Beyond is a theme park simulation game that gives you the freedom to create and manage the parks of your dreams. Whether you love to manage finances and visitor experience or just create fun and cozy parks, the game has something in store just for you. Being published published by Bandai Namco. It is a simulation management game and has a very colorful look to it. In Porcupine, you are the creative force behind a series of amusement parks of Visioneer. You're a combination of a creator, a manager, and a designer wrapped up in one powerful package. Every aspect of developing and maintaining successful theme parks will be under your control. You'll discover how to cater to your audiences and perfect your ride placement, prices, and shops to appeal to each audience, designed with limitless freedom, campaign, and sandbox mode, and much more. And do expect this game to be updated over time and add new features. Park Beyond will be released on June 15th. And that's gonna do it for me. Again, a quieter week of new game releases, but still some stuff to have on your lookout. Dordogne is a game that really caught my interest. Layers of Fear, if you're a horror fan and you're a fan of technically impressive games, another one to look out on that front as well. Links to all of these games will be in the description box down below. As always, thank you for watching. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.